I can't believe I am making this video. I shouldn't have to do this, but because of various circumstances, I really have no choice. If you haven't already guessed, I am making a rant video on AgostoProductions, who some of you might know him best as the guy who asks all those weird questions regarding certain Sonic fags on my live streams. Yeah, that guy. Now, you're probably wondering what he did this time that prompted me to make a video against him. Well, I'm sure a lot of you already have a good idea, so here's my side of the story. I first encountered him when he annoyed the crap out of one of my friends on Skype. Yes, humble beginnings, isn't it? Now, what Agosto usually does is that he would spam his channel link or one of his videos on one of my videos. But this doesn't exactly concern me because he only does this once in a while. Plus, YouTube has an automated system that labels comments of that nature as spam. Recently, however, I began to notice that Agosto was doing some rather despicable things. This all started in August when I made a video explaining why I haven't made any commentaries in a long while. Note that the video in question does delve into some dark and upsetting things, so here's a summary of the video. Part of the reason I stopped making commentaries for the time being was because of the commentary Ponder Sprocket made on me back in October. That video, as well as the overall disappointment of the commentary community, broke me in two. Watching some of my favorite commentators see me for the first time in a negative light drove me into a deep depression. I was trying to make a name for myself in the community, and I aspired to be on par with people like Hobbs, Ricky102, and more recently people like Ryan and Doodletones. Unfortunately, that did not end up being the case. As such, I no longer felt comfortable making a commentary because I felt making another one would only damage my reputation even more. After Ponder made her commentary, I had to rush in and make a quick video response to turn off any drama from escalating. Thankfully it worked, but now I was left as a delusioned artist. Questions lingered in my head, such as, could I make another good commentary again? Was I even a good commentator? Were all my commentaries shit? Am I a good video maker to begin with? Am I a good person? Could I even leave an important impact on this earth? These thoughts, I'm sad to say, bombarded my mind for months. Eventually, I couldn't hide anymore, and I made the video explaining why there were no commentaries. To my relief, no one had said a bad thing about me. And to all those who left those wonderful messages on my video, I have to say this. Thank you all so much. You guys are awesome. Anyways, this is where Agosto comes into the picture. Not only did he leave many comments, because apparently one isn't enough, he actually plagiarized some of his comments. Like, look at this shit. I am not making this up. Never in my life would I see someone resort to copy-pasting feel-good messages. Like, wow. I would have scolded him right there, but given that I wasn't in the mood for a comment chain, I stayed out of it. Then on Tuesday, the unthinkable happened. He proceeded to spam video and channel links like a madman, and not only that, he replied to everyone who left feel-good messages on my video. What were his replies? You guessed it, more fucking spam. Like, Jesus H. Christ, this is attention whoring to the utmost degree. You want to know the real kicker of all this? The video link in question is a video where he is talking shit about Ponder Sprocket. Now, I had already seen him post that video link before, although this was back when his spamming was less severe. I didn't even watch the video. One good look at the title, and I had to roll my eyes. Agosto being Agosto as usual, I told myself. One thing that annoyed me though, was that he ignored the fact that I told people not to hate Ponder because of that commentary. Here's a reminder in case you forgot. Now, I want to make one thing perfectly clear to anyone listening. Do not, and I repeat, do not send any hate mail or death threats to this person, okay? Because I do not want any of that, okay? I don't want this shit escalating into some flame war just because she made a commentary against me. And the thing is, I can't exactly say I hate Ponder for making that video, because that'd be wrong to say that. Now, not only was this anti-Ponder video back in the forefront, but now Ponder Sprocket herself showed up in the comments. I have no clues how she managed to find the video, but now my anxiety and anger levels were starting to rise. Then she said the following.
See, all I'm hearing is, You should totally do another video on AngryJon to piss me off.
Of course, she was being sarcastic to piss Agosto off, but at that moment, I didn't know for sure. To avoid a major freakout, I decided to talk to Ponder via a YouTube private message. I wanted to make clear that I did not approve of Agosto's actions, and I wanted to let Ponder know that I didn't hate her despite everything that happened to me in the past as a result of her video. Now, I kinda wish I did that in October, but oh well. So after talking to Ponder, I wonder what the next course of action would be. That's when it hit me. There was only one thing I can do that would not only show Agosto his wrongs of his actions, but also give me the confidence I needed to make these kinds of videos again. What kind of videos? Well... Hey guys, what's up? This is AngryJon here once again, and I am back, baby! Woo! Now before I take a crack at Agosto's video, I need to stress this. I don't want this video to be a reason for people to start sending death threats or hate mobs to him. Rather, I am using this video to show Agosto why his antics are bad, and why he should own up to them. Agosto, I know you're a fan of mine, but I don't sugarcoat my thoughts for you. Otherwise, my commentary would be fruitless. Agosto, I want you to take this video as a learning experience, because what I will say in this video will never ever be forgotten. Oh, and one more thing. Let's see, because people are complaining about black borders, I need to find something. No. Tempting, but no. Ah, there we go. Much better. But enough talk. Have at you.
Okay, hello, I'm Richie, and this is the return of the AgostoProductions commentary.
Oh dear me. First things first, the background noise is super distracting. That's even more distracting than my damn dehumidifier. If you want to make a commentary, the least you can do is turn off the damn TV or video. Second, the beginning where you were clicking what seems to be your laptop. Yeah, I have one question. Why didn't you edit that part out? If you're making a commentary, I hope to God you have access to a video editor. Also, your webcam quality is atrocious, but if you make incredibly good points, I could look past that. But so far, things aren't looking too good.
Sorry? You know what? Sorry I wasn't here, because I was searching for a job. And listen, I'm not making videos every day because I have a personal life and a lot of things in my life. So maybe I like to do one video a month. So maybe one video per month, every once a month. We could do that, or so on. Okay. So moving on.
Wait a sec. You don't mean that he? Oh shit. He's not going to edit out any of his repeated lines. Well, Agosto, I hope you realize that if you took the time to edit out any of the awkward pauses, repeated lines, stutters, and mumblings, your video would be less painful to sit through. Although my Clinic commentary was shit, at least I took the time to edit my audio recordings to make sure that they sound okay. Doing long takes will more likely cause you to slip up, and that's why it's best to edit them out. Since you're doing this on a webcam, you would have to resort to jump cuts, which you shouldn't shy away from using. Yes, jump cuts are abrupt and jarring, but it's much better than not having them. Wouldn't you agree, Agosto? Oh, and one more thing. Job searching and having a life isn't an excuse for not wanting to edit a 5-minute video, which is nothing more than a raw webcam recording. Bitch, when I was unemployed, I still made videos. Hell, I'd argued that having a job causes someone to make less videos. Also, I have a life, and I still make videos. Your point being, lastly, you saying that you would only be releasing a video once per month is total malarkey given you made a couple of videos after you made this one. If you want to schedule video releases, don't throw it in the trash mere days later. Sheesh.
Today, this is the return commentary, and the commentary we're doing is, at the title, Ponder Sprocket Sprocket, as in Ponder Sprocket girly voice.
See? This is what I mean by editing, folks. Given he can't pronounce the word sprocket, you could have done the logical thing and edit out that mistake and redo that part. But nope, Agosto has a life, guys. He can't afford to do that. Seriously, learn how to pronounce the name of the damn subject before you begin filming. In fact, why couldn't you have practiced this shit? Take notes, read a script, use cue cards, use fucking anything that would keep you on track. Finally, Ponder having a girly voice? Not gonna lie, a lot of people had spread rumors that she was trans, and I, believed it. After I talked to Ponder, I know now that she is in fact a cisgendered woman. And yes, I used the term unironically, your face. Keep this misunderstanding in mind, folks, because it's about to get nasty.
And basically, we're doing a commentary on Ponder Sprocket and his video on AngryJon. And I got to say something here, about this video. So here it is. Good job is good, but not that great. It's not a good video, but it's okay. It's a good job.
Dude, we get it. You liked my commentary. Want a cookie? Seriously, you don't have to kiss my ass, as it is super clear throughout this entire drama. Still though, you are not doing a good job ass kissing, because I told people not to hate on Ponder. And look what you're doing.
But basically, you call my friend a sexist pig. I know you're trying to be funny, but AngryJon is not a sexist pig.
You know what's really funny? I thought Ponder had actually said that in her video. Given it was such a long time ago, it was easy for me to misremember things. And that, my friends, is exactly what happened here. Ponder actually went out of her way to find anything in her video that had the sexist pig comment. And guess what? That comment never fucking happened. So one of your biggest complaints is practically non-existent. Talk about the Twilight Zone, my favorite pinball game, by the way.
He was trying to do an anxiety test, and it was a scam. And he understands women's feelings good, as in understands women's feelings. But do not call him a sexist, alright? It's the scam that is sexist, not him.
The scam was sexist? Now, I had accused that test of being so, but as Ponder pointed out in her commentary, there is more to the two genders than mere physical appearances. It turns out that men and women do react in different ways, and science as well as social studies were able to prove that. So yeah, my bad for assuming otherwise. You know what they say, assume, make an ass out of you and me.
And basically, your video's not that great, just adequate at best. It's not at his level or anyone else. Even my videos were better than yours, but...
Wow. It's at this point that Agosto makes clear that he is fucking butthurt and is trying way too hard to make Ponder look inferior. Stating that your video is better than hers is laughable, given that Ponder actually takes the time to script and edit her videos. Hell, even my comm clinic video is automatically better than yours, on video and audio quality alone. Also, did you guys notice something? Agosto said that this is a commentary, but I see nothing of that sort so far. I'm kinda hoping that you will get around doing the commentary segment. Spoiler alert, he never delivered.
I'm getting ahead of myself. And when I watch your video, you have a girly voice for a boy.
Gee, I wonder why.
But while I was watching the video, sorry about the butts, but I have autism. So let's continue on. I have autism. Right there, I got spectrum autism. Let's move on.
Oh, you have autism? Guess what? I have autism. Scarlet Otaku has autism. Youngblood Fantasy 91 has autism. Temple Grandin has autism. Raymond Babbitt has autism. Thomas Jefferson is rumored to have autism. Oh, and Agosto, here's another factoid for you. The sky is blue. Look, kiddo, it's nice that you felt the need to tell us that you have a disability, but at the same time, you say this right after you get stuck on a verbal tick. You could have edited this shit out if you legit cared about video quality. Shoot, I think that mentioning the fact that you have autism makes the video worse. Because now it seems like you're using autism as a fucking crutch. Also, it's called autism spectrum disorder, not spectrum autism, you fucking idiot.
I watched the video, but I realized something. That you, Ben the Looney, and Guptail89 have something in common. You all have small penises.
No shit, Ponder has a small penis. It's called a clit. In fact, did you know that babies don't produce reproductive organs in the first few weeks? In fact, it's often said that the clitoris is basically a very small penis due to sharing the same nerve endings as a penis, and the penis in turn is basically a supersized clitoris. But enough of that, let me ask you a more important question. How do you know with absolute certainty that Guptail89 and Ben the Looney have small wieners? Did you manage to sneak in their house and spy on them? Or, the more likely reason, you're simply pulling shit out of your ass. By the way, why Guptail89 and Ben the Looney? They're dead subjects right now. And even I abandoned the Guptail89 bandwagon after a long while. How about using current commentary targets like Slobboy or even Comet Jack? But nope, let's just stick to dead horses. Also, your insults are just, wow, preschool levels of immaturity. I'm gonna level with you, okay? Let's pretend that Ponder was indeed trans, like an MTF. Insulting her for having a girly voice and a small penis more or less borders on transphobia. Gotta love how you are giving Ponder shit for calling me a sexist pig, which again, never happened. But you're being transphobic. Double standards. What's that?
Close your dang mouth, young man. Don't you know that's bad manners?
And your ego is not that good, it is horrible. Your ego is so big as Guptail. And Guptail is really horrible.
Ponder has an ego as big as Guptail89? You fucking what, mate? Have you looked into the mirror lately? I swear to God, the pot is calling the kettle black. And I'm skipping this part where he rambles on about Guptail's hottest sonic females list, just because, as well as giving Ponder shit for, again, the imaginary sexist pig insult, and claiming that Ponder should have watched the entirety of my video, when in fact she fucking did. Commentators don't usually watch a part of a video they're commentating on. Commentators have to re-watch the video over and over again to make sure they know what points to make in the commentary. Something you clearly don't fucking do. But then again, this isn't really a commentary, but rather a really shitty response video.
Okay, I'm gonna stop my video. That was a good video. Thank you. See you next month or so on. Thank you.
Except I have a funny feeling we won't have to wait another month just to see another video from you. Also, don't give me that whole "that was a good video" shtick. Anyways, I would usually wrap up here, except Agosto posted a second fucking anti-Ponder video. He posted this as I was writing my long-ass PM to Ponder. Thankfully though, this one is half the length of the last one, but it's just as cringy. Anyways, let's take a look at this.
Hi, hello, I'm Richie, and this is the Agosto commentary. And and you look at this title, we're going to talk about we're going to talk about Ponder Sprocket again, because Ponder Sprocket responded to my previous video, and she made a lot of insults towards me in the message and comment area.
Well, given that you spend the majority of your last video making pot shots at Ponder, what the hell did you expect? The door swings both ways, Agosto. You should have realized this.
So I'll be giving my honest thoughts on Ponder Sprocket. Yeah. So So here we go, choo choo.
I have no words. Choo choo to you too? I'm skipping this small part because all he does is call Ponder a bitch and an egotist once more.
Basically, you're like a whore, not a sluttier whore, but an attention whore.
Whoa, 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 stop. I'm gonna stop you right there, Augusto. On one hand, you actually know the difference between a slut and a whore. A slut is someone who enjoys sex for multiple people. A whore is someone who does sex in exchange for money. In other words, a prostitute. Mind you that neither of these terms makes zero sense when applied to Ponder, but I digress. On the other hand, are you actually calling her an attention whore? That's fucking rich coming from you, Augusto. In case you didn't know, an attention whore is someone who wants attention to the point that they're willing to do anything to get attention. Spamming video links as well as spamming links to your fucking channel is considered attention whoring. You fucking hypocrite. Also, what did Ponder do that qualifies as attention whoring? Riddle me that, Augusto. I'm skipping the very next minute because all he does is name celebrities he thinks are attention whores and pauses at times to come up with more examples. That totally doesn't come off as padding.
I'm gonna say this. Your commentaries are good, but not so good or great. Just plain at best.
Wait the fuck. In the last video, you said that Ponder's videos are bad to the point that my videos and your videos are better. Now, here you are saying that Ponder's videos aren't the best, but still pretty good. Which one is it, Augusto? Which one is it? Oh, and guess what? More skipping!
Ponder Sprocket, eat a dick and get over it.
Says you! Who's the guy who's still bitching and moaning about Ponder? You are, Augusto. How about you follow your own advice?
So that's my opinion about Ponder Sprocket. Thank you and sparkle.
No, I am not doing the sparkle bit. Fuck off. Now with that video out of the way, I can finally list my final thoughts. Augusto, what you did was one of the most anger-inducing things I have ever seen. You did these videos because you legit thought that doing these would help me feel better. They didn't, Augusto. Wanna know why? Because not only did your videos backfire, but now I'm in the spotlight again. Now some people are going to be under the impression that I am unable to defend myself and have fans defend for me. That's bad, Augusto, real bad. Also, a few days ago I sent in this tweet. Now, I had no idea Augusto had a fucking Twitter account, and he found out that I posted this, and he sent me this PM on YouTube. Quote, AngryJon, I didn't mean to cause trouble with your name attached, but Ponder Sprocket called you sexist, and you really respected women, so I threw insults at her, and she was a bitch. Look, you said if anyone did a commentary hurt, you will be fine with that, unquote. I don't think I actually requested people to make commentaries on her. Even if I did, this is not what I fucking meant. Making anti-Ponder videos as a revenge plot isn't going to solve anything. Dare I remind you that I told people not to hate Ponder for her video on me. No fucking wonder Josh Scorcher gave up on making commentaries, because people like you don't listen. Oh, and Augusto felt the need to spam this exact message everywhere as well. Lastly, this is a little pet peeve of mine, but why isn't men mentioned in that message of yours? You know that the term sexist doesn't automatically mean discrimination towards women, right? The term you're looking for is misogyny. While yes, you believe that Ponder called me a sexist pig because I quote-unquote discriminate towards women, but also consider the fact that my arguments in that commentary might come off as discriminatory towards males as well. Why does this bother me so much? Okay guys, don't tell any of my family members or anyone on my personal Facebook this, but okay, here goes. For many years I thought I was straight, but now I realize I've been involuntarily suppressing these thoughts due to homophobia. I am actually bisexual. I am actually a rating 1 on the Kinsey scale, because as much as I like women, I find myself liking men every now and then. So understandably, I got ticked off that Augusto said that I ain't a sexist pig because I respect women, but leave men out. Anyways, I'm getting off track here. Now, Augusto, I'm going to give you 4 bits of advice for you, and you better listen good. Number 1, stop spamming. Enough fucking said. If you want people to watch your videos and like you, then make good fucking video content. Which leads me to point number 2. Learn to edit your shit. I don't care if you have a disability, a life, or unemployed. I was able to make videos with editing with all 3 conditions in mind. You have no excuse. It's not hard to edit out any issues. Yes, it takes time, but it is well worth the trouble if you can pull it off. Number 3, know what a commentary is and know how to make one. Commentaries are videos where you commentate over a video. Using a script is a pretty good idea, but if you are able to do it off the cuff, then that is fine too. There are 3 major ways to do a commentary. The first way is the riff. This is where the video you're commentating on doesn't stop playing and you're basically talking over it. This method works best when you have multiple people. Of course, this commentary style is inspired by Mystery Science Theater 3000 and Retsupre. The second way to make commentaries is what I call the ERC. You see, Earaid Coffee was a series of commentary videos RamDC made where there was no visual element aside from a single picture. These work best if you want to do an audio-only video to lessen the amount of time it would take to edit it out. Radio shows and podcasts are known to do these kinds of commentaries for obvious reasons. And the third way of making commentaries is what I call the de facto style. I used to call this the boomstick style, but he's long gone now, so I guess this name is more appropriate. This is the style of commentary you see on the majority of the commentary community. Hell, people outside the commentary community use this style, like Sargon of Akkad, Mr. Repzion, and Leafy is here. I don't think I really need to explain what a de facto style commentary is, because you're basically looking at one right now, so that saves me the trouble of explaining it in detail. However, there is more to commentaries than just video and audio editing. There is also a super important element to commentaries: making good arguments. Yes, there is humor in the majority of these commentaries, but they're only secondary. If you feel that's too much work for you, then simply don't do commentaries. Enough said. And for my final bit of advice, don't reignite old drama. Your pathetic attempts at white knighting me, as well as the fact that you did this to make me feel better, is absolutely ludicrous. Don't do my battles for me. Don't open old wounds. Don't make hate videos when I asked you not to. Hell, don't even start drama while you're at it. Stop attacking people in the comments. Stop making sexually inappropriate messages. Stop claiming that you respect women and attack women. Consider this an ultimatum, Augusto. If you fail to follow any of my advice, then I will block you. No fucking exceptions. I am growing tired of your bullshit, and this needs to stop now. Not the next day, not the next week, now. Augusto, you should consider yourself lucky that I'm even giving you a second chance to unfuck yourself. Blow this chance and it's over, Augusto.
So, AgostoProductions has been quite the fascinating topic, if I do say so myself. I've never seen a human function the same way Agosto does. Constantly making response videos to videos done on him, without hesitation, may I add. Hell, he's probably got one out by the time you see this one, and seems to have a strange fascination with sexual activities, mistaking Scarlet and Ponder Sprocket as lesbians after a pretty obvious joke, getting told off by Louden only to mistake him for being a homophobe after explaining that Ryan was homosexual, and has recently claimed that I want Joshua 8428's dick. Yeah, I too wish I was making that part up.
Hi, I'm Richie, and this is the Augusto Commentaries. And today we'll be talking about Doodletones and his obsession towards Joshua.
Alright, to address this while it's still relevant, there's no obsession with Joshua. An obsession would imply that he's never off my mind, but how often do I mention him in my commentaries? Be honest with yourself, Agosto, how often? I did a triple feature on him, sure. I may have mentioned him once or twice as examples. And I did a commentary on him back in June. That's a small handful. And when you take into consideration how often I reference my previous targets, which after this will probably include yourself, I reference previous targets all the time. I also cover previous targets often. Hell, look at how many times I've gone after arguments Kablam Bandicoot has made, and I consider him a punching bag more than anything.
And his videos. Now, quick profile. Doodletones is a female commentator commentating on people, and Joshua does commentary as well, but his commentaries are worse, bad, and horrible.
Sir, I believe the redundant Department of Redundancy is on your left. Please go in there and have a nice, wonderful, and swell day.
And he's basically a dead horse at this moment.
A dead horse who still makes videos? When did the deceased come back to life? Unless, you know, he's not actually dead. Besides, one can still bring an argument to a supposed dead topic, and I did for the most part, so kindly trip on a rug.
So now towards the video. Now, Doodletones, why you keep doing videos about Joshua?
2 videos is me continuing to do videos on Joshua. Well shit, guess no one can ever do a video on a single person more than once, else they're obsessed. Good thing you've never done that, right, August? Oh.
Are you crazy about Joshua? Or you have a crush on him?
That's a setup for an abusive relationship if I ever heard one, as if I need to say this, but no, doing multiple commentaries on them does not mean they have a crush on them. Sorry, Agosto.
Remember, he is a dead horse in the YouTube commentary community. But basically, I don't know if you like him or not, but let's continue.
Alright, do you actually have arguments of stuff that I said in the commentary? Because all you've brought up has been dead horse and you're obsessed with Joss, despite only doing 2 videos on him. At this moment in time, that's just not gonna cut it.
In your video, you keep talking about Joshua again and again.
Well shit, it's almost like it was a video on him. Go figure! Didn't know you couldn't talk about your target in a commentary. That's such an astonishing revelation.
And at this point, it started to get stale.
Commentary targets are not bananas. They don't go bad that quickly. Try again.
And basically, like, it started to realize, do you like him or not? So, here's my advice. Find someone new to talk about. If you do that, that will be great.
I'm sorry. What? I've commentated on new people. In fact, in comparison to the rest of my commentaries, repeats like Joshua happen rarely. Hell, the fact that I'm commentating on you right now instead of, say, Kablam Bandicoot 64 or another syndicate of outcasted commentators member would be able to tell you that I don't just focus on one person. Hell, at the time of my Joshua commentary, my commentary list was looking like a bag of nuts. Your assumption that I do nothing but commentate on Joshua is quite literally the most retarded assumption about me aside from diaper fetish.
And let's talk about more about this.
Goody! More of
Doodletones.
whatever this is.
You always talk about Joshua again and again. Once again, I'm talking about what she said about Joshua. But I'm starting to realize, are you obsessed with the D? Or something below his pants?
His legs? His feet? I mean, as far as below his pants goes, that's a very specific area with not really much to see. Oh, you mean his penis. Yeah, sorry, Idjit, his penis stays inside his pants. I'd be severely worried no matter who it is if their dick went below their pants.
That's something I want to get off my chest. Doodletones, are you obsessed, again, once again, down his pants or something with the letter D? Just admit it, Doodletones. Just admit that you really like Joshua.
Okay, sure. I really like Joshua as a punching bag.
And you want to give him a good blowjob.
How are you real? How does a person like you function in today's society? Alright guys, I've been punked again. This guy's a troll. He has to be. Fuck it, I'm having fun. Let's keep going.
That's how much you admit, Doodletones. And final thought. I get your video are great and awesome, but you can never talk about a dead horse in a video at all.
At all? Well shit, many of my commentaries wouldn't exist then. What am I at then? 50? In all seriousness, this kind of goes back to my issue with people vehemently hating doing videos on Joshua. He was a bandwagon in 2010. You know what people complained about in 2010? Trivial shit like the fact that he was a recolor and his speech impediment. Honestly, the dude was not at all given a fair fucking shot. We're at a point now where we're more about debunking points and being entertaining, and less about just poking at people because there's some lol cow. This goes with anyone against doing a video on a supposed dead topic, especially if it's one that's still around making videos.
And basically, at this point, you are thinking with your vagina.
I wish.
And thinking about his dick. Or the D. I should have said dick, but I'm only going to say the D.
Which is why you went ahead anyway and said dick, right? Am I picking up fruit off the ground yet? Anyway, that's just about the end of this video. Boy, do I got some words to say. But I'm not sure how much of it would be necessary. Agosto, buddy, if on the off chance you're not a troll, you need to learn that this quite literal train wreck isn't going to help anyone take you at all seriously. If you're wanting to be taken seriously, you need to actually be addressing issues you have with the video. Not wild off-the-wall accusations like Doodle wants the noodle. Not only is this a case of slander, but it doesn't much at all help your case when it comes to commentaries. Also, may I point out the pretty obvious double standard here? I do 2 videos on Joshua Colby House, and apparently I want to stick his hot dog in my mouth like a New Yorker buying from a vendor. But you can do 2 videos on me, and it's just 2 videos on me. That's pretty great.
Let me introduce to you Mr. AgostoProductions. Although, we'll just call him Agosto, since the whole production part is a bit stretching it. No idea who this guy is? Well, me neither until a few days ago. Remember Ponder's video on AngryJon? Well, Agosto here wasn't the biggest fan of that video. Why? Well, let's cut the shit and get right to it. Oh god, no, stay up.
Okay, hello. Hello, I'm Richie, and this is the return of the AgostoProductions commentary. Sorry, you know what? Sorry I wasn't here because I was searching for a job. And listen, I'm not making videos every day because I have a personal life and a lot of things in my life.
Not even 30 seconds in and I'm already having problems with this presentation. You could see why stretching the name to Productions is a bit too generous. This lighting, the angle that cuts off the top part of his head, the background noise, if this was part of a big name production studio, then I'd question how much time and effort was put into it. Which in this case, I don't have to, since it's clear that all that was done for this was just one fucking take. With no thought to edit anything out or go off a script or notes, since a little after this, you repeat maybe about 4 or 5 times on how you plan on uploading videos for once a month. And girl, don't even get me started on the fact that this isn't even a commentary. It's a response video. You aren't talking over a video or interjecting between points to counter-argue the subject being discussed. We'll get to that nitty-gritty detail later, but good lord almighty, man. This is the basics of the basics. How do you screw up this fucking badly?
Okay, so moving on. Today, this is the return commentary, and the commentary we're doing is, at the title, Ponder Sprocket, as in Ponder Sprocket, girly voice.
Hold on a sec here. Am I missing something? Girly, wait. Hold on. Hey, Ponder! Yeah, can you get over here for a minute? Yeah, this has been weird for me to ask, but, could you take your pants down? For science, I swear.
And basically, we're doing a commentary on Ponder Sprocket and his video on AngryJon. And I got to say something about this video. So here it is. Good job is good, but not that great.
Jeez, this video reeks of padding.
It's okay, it's a good
Wait,
job.
why am I upside down?
But basically, you call my friend a sexist pig. I know you're trying to be funny, but AngryJon is not a sexist pig. He was trying to do an anxiety test.
Okay, where are you getting this whole thing of Ponder calling AngryJon a sexist pig? Senor, you need to stop shoving your straw down people's throats. It's not nice. I mean, I looked through Ponder's video and nowhere does she call AngryJon a sexist pig. It would be nice to know where you came to that conclusion, but as expected from someone of your caliber, you show nothing to back up your claims.
And it was a scam. And he understands women's feelings good. As in, understands women's feelings. But do not call him a sexist. Alright? It's the scam that is sexist. Not him. And basically, your video's not that great. Just adequate at best. It's not at his level or anyone else. Even my videos were better than yours, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay, let's just tackle this one step at a time.
He understands women's feelings, and it was a scam that was sexist, not AngryJon.
Well, too bad I can't believe you on that point of him understanding women's feelings, since you show no proof of that being the case. But as for the scam being the one that is sexist, sorry Tumblr, you're wrong. The test itself was to gauge anxiety levels based on the common questions given, and believe it or not, women do have different thought processes than men. It's not sexist to say that a woman has boobs and a vagina and a man has a penis because those are facts. and to say that women think differently than men is in the same ballpark. And while the test does pertain to a majority of women and men who have those brain patterns that lead to their anxiety, that doesn't mean that it's sexist. I mean, asking a man how he feels when he's going through his menstrual cycle is just retarded. Their bodies weren't built that way. So really, you could argue that the way that not only John, but also yourself perceive this test, and how you believe that these questions should apply to both genders based on your backwards idea that men and women are the same biologically, could be considered sexist. Secondly,
Your videos aren't the greatest. Even my videos are better than yours.
let me rebut that by starting with a big fat With the way you put up your rinky-dink set, you wish you were at Ponder's level. But really, that's your opinion that you think her videos aren't of better quality, and when comparing her work to the editing styles of Ryan or Caden, you're right. But that doesn't deter her from being entertaining to watch. Her videos, while they don't have much in the way of editing prowess, still make up for the critique and jokes that she packs into her commentaries. Again, I say, ha!
And when I watch your video, you have a girly voice for a boy.
Hey, fuckwit. Maybe it's because Ponder isn't a boy at all. But then again, she did admit that her penis was so small that it was a clitoris, so... My background is gone, isn't it? Fucking hell, god damn it!
But while I was watching the video, sorry about the butts, but I have autism. So let's continue on. I have autism.
And I have Asperger's, but you don't hear me making excuses for lack of retakes. I find it funny how you want to play the tough guy act, but when you catch yourself stuttering, you end up ducking for cover saying, please, please don't make fun of me, I have autism! You seriously think that shit, along with the I'm also searching for a job thing, is gonna fly with anyone? Bruh, you have not been on the internet long enough, clearly. Skipping ahead here, since most of it is him comparing Ponder to Ben the Looney and fucking Guptail89 for having a small penis and girly voice and big ego, and reaffirming that he has autism for 3 or 4 more times, you know, just in case you didn't hear him the first time. And then he goes on to shit on Guptail for his top 10 females list, which hasn't been relevant since fucking forever. So just bringing it up is more pointless shit for the sake of hating.
Oh, on to you, Ponder Sprocket. Alright, if you want to call someone sexist, call the scam sexist, not my friend AngryJon. And you need to realize something about that. And you need, when you do a video, you need to watch the owner's video before you make another fucking commentary about them. Call all the fucking back sexist. And you don't know what you're meaning.
Yeah, oh, for the love of, yeah, cause, you know, it's not like she actually did look over the video and found legitimate flaws with it. I mean, I'll give you brownie points for saying something that is valid critique. Commentators should look over a video before doing anything with it. Now how about you follow your own advice? The rest is nothing but an ad hom on Ponder and nothing of real substance for an ending other than the delusion he has of thinking that this was a good video. So with that, let's just get on to the final thoughts. It's not like I had any expectations for this video, but for the love of dick, there was literally nothing but ad homs, pointless critiques that he himself can't follow up on, and a lack of comprehension. This was just a hate video for the sake of hating. There was nothing entertaining anywhere. Not even when he tried to throw pot shots at Ponder, since they were nothing but weak sauce at best. And to this day, he's still trying so desperately for Ponder to respond to him. Well, Agosto, Richie, Senor Strawman, whatever the fuck you want to be called. You didn't exactly get the response you were hoping for, but hey, as the mighty number Nope would say, it's better than nothing, right?
Hello, this is Richard Agosto. This is my reaction to Scarlet Otaku's video.
Well, I already can figure out the problems that I'm having in this video. And they're not good. So here's a tip for people that has got a webcam and you like to show your face on YouTube. Kindly record your videos where the light source is either behind the camera or off camera. Like to the side of your face or something. That way, when you do record and you're nowhere near and the light source isn't found in the camera, it doesn't create a huge ass glare. And considering that his complexion is damn near ghostly gray anyway. It doesn't help his case when he's so blinded and he wears a white shirt as well. It fucks everything up and it's just one huge massive ball of light. Congratulations, you've blinded people. Secondly, I just want to point out that, dear God, I see why you cut your head off. I would want to cut my head off too if I was looking like Billy Crystal, child molester.
It was funny. It was very funny. I laughed at myself in that video. You made some big points. You made big points that my video was a commentary, but not a response. And that's true. But here's the thing: the reason I do my commentary videos a lot differently is I want to do like a different approach.
Let me stop you there for a minute because I know you're just gonna stutter and say the exact same damn thing because you suffer from Rain Man syndrome. There is a specific difference between doing something of a different approach and just being a lazy fuck making excuses. Different approach in commentaries. What I'm doing right now. Chris Raygun, Dr. Randomer Cam. Razor Fist to an extent. I don't know, maybe around that area, I could be wrong. But you can't say that you're taking a different approach on something when you're doing something that's literally a response video. Learn the difference between an actual commentary and a response video. And learn the difference between a different approach and just making a shit ton of excuses because you don't want to own up to nothing. Fuck boy, please.
And you're right about my visuals and my camera. Well, they're not good, but that's the best I could do. And basically, what I could do best is how I do with the video, how I do the visuals.
That's a lie from the pits of hell. If you can spend time making broken sentences of cancer in the comment section, then I know you're fucking lying when you say that this is the best you can do on visuals. Because I have seen webcam quality videos where the quality ain't up to par webcam wise, but they at least hide the fucking negatives and insinuate the positives more. You saying that this is the best you can do is a lie, is just a freaking lie. And yet again, you're just making up excuses because fuck everything. I'm going to garner sympathy because I already look like I belong in special needs. So I'm just gonna play on the fact that I look like somebody with autism. I probably don't have it, but I'm just gonna claim that I do.
I already told you in the video I have spectrum autism, but but you know, I'm not gonna say about it no more. So I'm still autistic. But
Do I bring it up? Why bring that up if you're not gonna talk about it? Do you even know how editing works? You could have easily cut that out if you weren't even gonna keep that part. Like, why even? Why even would you even keep that? Why? Why? Fuck. You know what? I'm going to go get some fucking bleach or something.
Alright, let's go. Let's move on. I want to talk about one thing. I want to talk about is that your title, a Lesbo Friendo production. What's it all about with you and Ponder Sprocket? Are you like a lesbian couple?
Please tell me you ain't about to do this.
When you were making the video, are you like having making out like lesbian makeout sessions or something?
Oh my fucking god, he actually is.
You're friends with benefits or sexual benefits.
Oh my fucking god, no. No! No! Oh my fucking god.
I just want to know. I'm fine with lesbians.
Wow, I can't believe I actually have to explain a joke to somebody. Because, you know, that was a joke. That wasn't really to be taken seriously. But I have a feeling that you just took that seriously because you really really want this to happen because you're a very desperate, forever alone virgin. Like, I don't even like using that. Like, I feel cringy for using such edgy comments, but God, you're fitting that description way too well. I mean, shit. Wow. Scarlet?
Yeah.
When the fuck were you in Ponder Lesbians?
We're not.
Oh, you're not?
No.
So, that was like a joke.
Yes.
Okay, so, that whole friends with benefits thing, that was like a joke too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering how the fuck would that work since you and me are together, so. Alright, thanks babe. Love you.
No problem. Love you too.
Yeah, you just saw me blow a kiss to my girl. Yeah, you just saw me blow a kiss to her. You got a problem with that? You want to fucking go? You want to fucking go, bitch?
I'm fine with the gay community. We need more gay people on YouTube.
And when you say YouTube, are you talking about the entirety of YouTube as a whole? We need more gay people because, there's plenty of gay people on YouTube that make content. And if you're talking about the commentary community, there are plenty of gay people that make commentaries that are, you know, on YouTube and are gay. Ryan Rhino Mills, Zarek, Ski Hound, Super Funny Bros, Boonslayer, MTR, Ponder Sprocket, Kate and Marks. Well, occasionally. But you get the point. The majority of the commentary community is like, it's split. Half are actually gay and there's that slim margin that are straight.
Okay, that's all I have to say about the title, but as for the commentary, pretty good, real good. You managed to grill me a bit, but actually grilled me a lot, but that was a good job. I did deserve the bit because my commentary videos were most likely a response, but I do commentary videos a lot differently, as I said before. That's all I'm gonna say. And thank you for your time, guys, and thank you again, and sparkle, sparkle. Sparkle, sparkle. Sparkle, sparkle.
Sparkle, sparkle.
No, just... Doodles?
Yeah?
I just heard a grown-ass man say sparkle, sparkle in a video.
Okay.
I'm kind of going through a crisis right now. I literally took a huge bottle of Ultra Downy and I drunk it all the way down to the blue flower. Now I'm starting to feel like Harry Potter.
Oh, alright. You're joking though, right? Like, you really... Oh.
I'm down to the blue flower.
Oh. Well... good luck with that, I guess?
Help me!
How?
Okay, let me get these final thoughts out of the way before I have to go to the hospital and get my stomach pumped. Is that Bray Wyatt in a tutu? Hi, baby booster bitch! This was utter shit. There was nothing to this. It lacked a lot. The problems in the video that could have been easily fixed, like minor problems that could have been fixed in the video, were not even fixed to begin with. You went on this weird, cringe-like fantasy that Ponder and Scarlet were lesbians for each other, which I don't even know how to really respond to that, because that's just weird and really. And I'll give you this, at least you At least you're not cutting your head off anymore, but now that I see your full face, God, I wish you did. Everything else that you did was just excuses after excuses, because half of the things that are wrong in the videos in that video of Ponder's were easy fixes that you just chose not to fix because you're lazy and you just don't give a shit. Don't lie and say, oh, you're doing something different. No, don't do that, because we know damn well that you can actually try. We know damn well you can actually put effort into something, because fuck, if you're able to stalk AngryJon like you do, and if you're able to leave long broken fragments of comments on people's channels, then I bet your ass can actually put effort into making a freaking video. Oh, you got shit going on in your personal life? Yeah, so the fuck do I. But you know what? I still at least try to make my content look presentable. Don't use that excuse of, well, I have a personal life outside of the internet. And so does everyone else. You think all these other fucking people that make really good videos don't have a personal life outside the internet? They do. And they still make good videos. And they still put effort into it because they actually give a shit about the hobby that they do. You don't.
Today we're going to be talking about a user by the name of AgostoProductions who decided to do a response towards Loudman or the Nation of Johnny K or whatever he wants to go by because he can't decide. Lovely Loudman. Stop. What is this? What is this? You can't be okay, first off, let's talk about your presentation. One, the glare on the screen is absolutely fucking horrible. I can't believe that you didn't think to perhaps maybe fix that, because apparently this isn't the first time this has happened. Two, tank top, why? Tank top, why? If you're going to present yourself on camera, the best thing that you probably should do is make yourself presentable. This entire setup is completely wrong. The glare is awful. The choice of attire is awful. Everything about this presentation just screams to me of, I'm not trying.
Hello, I'm Richie, and this is the AgostoProductions response to Loudman Commentaries. Jokes are facts now. Now, the reason I'm doing this video because Loudman did a commentary on me, which I found funny. Which I did find it funny, but there were a lot of mistakes in that video that have to be addressed. So
mistakes? Like what?
So instead of talking about it, I'll talk about the end after I show you the video itself.
Oh, okay. He's going to tell us the mistakes at the end of the video. A bit weird, but okay.
So get set and get ready for Loudman's video about me. Get ready. And let's go choo choo.
And true to his word, we don't actually get to see him until the end of the video, and yes, you did in fact just hear a grown man say choo choo. Seeing as how he doesn't interject at all while the video is playing, we're just going to skip right to that.
So how was the video? It was good. I watched it too. Well, now here's my response to it.
Yes, we'll finally get to hear what he has to say about this video.
Here's my final thoughts.
Wait, final thoughts?
Well, Johnny or Loudman, your video was pretty much amateurish and a bit horrible and amateur at best.
Amateurish. Amateurish. Okay, not only did you tell us that there were problems with this video that needed to be addressed, and you didn't address them, but you're also calling Loudman's video amateurish when you don't understand the concept of lighting, when you don't understand the concept of presentation. Everything about your video screams amateurish, and you're accusing someone else of being mediocre at best? Someone who, mind you, knows how to make a joke, knows how to write a script, knows the concept of lighting. Everything about his video was way better than yours. I sat through 15 minutes of essentially someone else's video, and all you do is skip to the end, say final thoughts, and say it's amateurish? The fuck, man? I want my 15 minutes back so I can go back to Louden's video and watch it over there. Cause that's essentially all this is. It's literally just Louden's video bookended by your mug. If you're going to make a response, then actually take the goddamn motherfucking time to make a response. But who am I kidding? This is the same person who decided to upload the entirety of Ed Entity's Big Picture Show onto his YouTube channel, which is illegal, by the way. He doesn't own the rights to that at all, and he just uploaded the entire thing, no cuts or edits whatsoever. And is known for making shitty-ass parodies of YouTube commentators because he doesn't know how to let things go. But yeah, I'll be seeing myself up there real soon.
Today I'm covering a guy calling himself AgostoProductions. And I say productions by the loosest meaning of the word. You'll see what I mean once we begin. So he happened to do a commentary on Ponder Sprocket. I say it like that because he doesn't actually show the video in question. So in a sense, all he's really doing is responding to her. First I cover a response that's structured more like a commentary, and now I'm covering a commentary that's structured more like a response. Go figure. Anywho, I'm aware Scarlet Otaku already made a video on this guy, which, by the way, welcome back to the commentary scene. So I'm actually going to cover both of his videos about Ponder as me writing this script. His initial video and his honest thoughts follow-up. So you're saying what you say in your first video wasn't your actual thoughts on her? It makes no sense to me, but hey, I'm a guy who deals with these kind of things on a regular basis. So, vamonos! Oh. Well, that intro ended abruptly. Like, you couldn't have used a jingle if you were going to have an intro that short? At least make the music fade out or something, because the transition from this to your actual video is a little jarring.
Okay, hello. Hello, I'm Richie, and this is the return of the AgostoProductions commentary.
Oh, God, this presentation is abysmal. Like, let me just go through everything that's wrong with this. That background noise is so loud that it's a little hard to hear what you're saying in a few instances, given I knew what he was saying, but that doesn't excuse how he becomes almost inaudible for a moment. Like, did you have to do this when people are talking in the background? It is really distracting and really doesn't give me the impression the productions part of your username implies. And you're using a webcam. Granted, it's in 16:9 ratio, but with how you positioned it in a way where you have to hunch over and get your face right up in the camera, combined with the fact you can't seem to sit still, it's very off-putting to those watching the video. Is it really that hard to reposition your laptop to have it so you don't have to hunch over like an Igor the entire video? I mean, I know you've done this in videos prior to this, so what's the excuse here?
Sorry? You know what? Sorry I wasn't here. Because I was searching for a job. And listen, I'm not making videos every day because I have a personal life and a lot of things in my life. So maybe I like to do one video a month. So maybe one video per month, like per month, every once a month. We could do that.
Yeah, I call malarkey on that statement. Also, great job repeating the same thing over and over again like you can't edit it out. I know for a fact you can edit because you put an intro in quite a few of your videos, so why not just edit these flub-ups out? This, once again, detracts from the overall presentation of your videos. Also, what exactly are you apologizing for? I'm getting no indication that people knew or even cared that you were ever gone, as this fits well into your apparent upload schedule of at least one video every 2 weeks. So this feels like useless padding to the video at best and you stroking your ego at the worst.
So moving on. Today this is the return commentary, and the commentary we're doing is at the title Ponder Sprocket, as in Ponder Sprocket girly voice.
Okay, 2 things. 1, I know you have some kind of thing you're reading off of, but it is so painfully obvious when you're doing so, especially with all the moving around you're doing. Like, sit still, you pleb. 2, Ponder Sprocket has a girly voice. Well, maybe that's because she is a girl. The fact that you're assuming that she's a guy is not only dumb, but seems a little sexist, as you're implying that only guys can be commentators. Boy, were you wrong!
And basically, we're doing a commentary on Ponder Sprocket and his video on AngryJon. And I got to say something here, about this video. So here it is. Good job is good. but not that great. It's not a good video, but it's okay. It's a good job.
Okay, first of all, kindly back up. It's making me uncomfortable. Secondly, this entire statement boils down to, you did a good job, but you didn't do a good job. Like, you what, mate? Never mind the fact you're repeating yourself like a broken record again.
But basically, you call my friend a sexist pig. I know you're trying to be funny, but AngryJon is not a sexist pig. He was trying to do an anxiety test, and it was a scam.
I'm sorry, what? I can't believe I have to explain the joke to you, but it's clear you missed the point. Okay, so here's the thing. Ponder's remark is geared towards the video AngryJon is covering, parodying the remark he made at that point in his video. Like, she isn't even the only person to do this, so how you don't seem to know about this when even AngryJon himself did the exact same thing at that point in the video is mind-boggling.
And he understands women's feelings good. As in, understands women's feelings.
And he understand women's feelings good? Do you even English? Like, I know you immediately corrected yourself, but the fact of the matter is you're repeating things. Again. And it's making this just under 5-minute video that much harder to sit through.
And basically, your video's not that great, just adequate at best. It's not at his level or anyone else. Even my videos were better than yours, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh boy, not only is he repeating this again, like I know earlier I said you were reading off of something, but are you even doing that half the time? But this time it's coming off as a lot more condescending. Very professional, 10 out of 10, try again.
But while I was watching the video, sorry about the butts, but I have autism.
Oh boy, he played the I have autism card. Guess I'll just have to use my counter-argument card in response. Okay, so the reason I hate this argument so much is because it's essentially telling potential critics, oh, I have a mental disability, therefore you can't argue with me. Which is utterly stupid and flat out insulting to those who do have autism but can still produce half-decent content. And while I haven't personally met anyone like that, there's always the exception, and a case like this is no different. Besides, I treat everyone's arguments the same way. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it because you claim to have a mental disability.
I watched the video, but I realized something. That you, Ben the Looney, and Guptail89 have something in common.
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear this one! Go on, make my day.
You all have small penises.
What? The hell does that have to do with anything? You can have a sausage as big as the Eiffel Tower or as small as a pea pod, but that has nothing to do with how one argues. Unless, well, you're measuring dicks, but I guarantee you that's a competition no one wins.
I didn't realize it until now. I didn't realize it, sorry for my autism. And again, autism, my autism, spectrum autism. But I didn't realize it until I heard about your girly voice. And you talk as girls, so I'm assuming you have a small penis. So Sprocket, you have a girly voice and a small penis. You go, girly boy.
Okay, aside from the fact this is like the 3rd time he said this in the video, I hate to say it, buddy old pal, but what you're doing is a straight up ad hominem attack. You are discrediting Ponder just because she sounds like a girl. Which, ignoring the fact that she is a girl, and I'm aware you addressed this in your response to Scarlet's commentary on you, but it comes off as you expressing a disturbing fantasy on your part. Remember when you were defending AngryJon for being called a sexist pig earlier in the video? Yeah, guess who fits that description a lot better here? I'll give you a hint. It's not me.
And your ego is not that good, it is horrible. Your ego is so big as Guptail. And Guptail is really horrible.
Her ego is not that good and is as big as Guptail's, who supposedly has a comparable ego. I had to look up who the hell Guptail was, and it turns out it's some user who made a top 10 list of the hottest female Sonic characters more than 6 years ago. And I happened to go looking around, and I found nothing displaying Guptail as egotistical. And before someone brings up how Guptail has responded to criticism, yeah, Agosto never brings this up in his video, which he's supposed to do as the presenter. So, here's my question. Where the hell are you drawing this comparison from? I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because he goes on a small tangent regarding Guptail and the particular video I mentioned.
And you need to realize something about that. And you need, when you do a video You need to watch the whole the owner's video before you make another fucking commentary about them. Call all the fucking back sexist.
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious. Alright, you know what? Let's just assume for a moment that she didn't watch the entire video. Which is an absolute bull accusation, by the way. I could call hypocrisy here, since it seems to me you only watched up to the 12.5-minute mark of her almost 50-minute video before you made your video, as the joke she made at that point is literally the only thing you focus on your entire video. So other than repeating his ad hominem attacks towards Ponder, this particular video of his is over. Now, after this, he made a follow-up video in which he gives his honest thoughts on her. I'm sure you know the implications of that title, right? Regardless, there are just a few things in that video I'd like to touch on.
Hi.
Hi, Agosto.
Hello. I'm Richie, and this is the Augusto commentary. And and you look at this title, we're going to talk about her. We're going to talk about Ponder Sprocket again, because Ponder Sprocket responded to my previous video, and she made a lot of insults towards me in the message and comment area.
I'm sorry, but where in that entire comment chain you and Ponder had going did she ever insult you? If anything, you were insulting her. And you know what? I'm not sure what's worse. You wearing dark colors in a poorly lit room, or you wearing a white shirt in a room lit in a way where it's glaring. And this is ignoring the fact you still hunch over and get too close for comfort over the course of the video. Now, since I've already used the pause for a fact joke twice now, and I don't want to keep restating the same things, I'm going to skip around to parts of the video with actual substance.
Ponder Sprocket, you always be a bitch, and egotistical like Guptail and Ben the Looney. And basically, you're like a whore, not a slutty or whore, but an attention whore like Britney Spears, like Madonna.
I'ma just stop you there, because not only are you throwing yet another ad hominem attack at Ponder, but once again you're spouting false accusations. Enlighten me, if you would. Just how is Ponder being an attention whore? And on that matter, you once again compare Ponder to Guptail and now Ben the Looney without any explanation. I mean, yeah, Ben the Looney and Sprocket are similar in the fact both of their avatars are their own hand-drawn characters, but that is literally all there is. And I have no indication that Guptail used an original character for an avatar, so again I ask, what makes Ponder like the two of them?
But I'm gonna say this. Your commentaries are good, but not so good or great. Just plain at best.
Can you elaborate on something for once? What about her commentaries is good but not great? You're killing me, Smalls! With that, I'm ending the video, as what he does here is ultimately no different than how he wraps up his previous video on her. So, final thoughts. Please don't go picking fights with people. At all. Even if you're trying to defend a friend of yours, ad hominem attacks are frowned upon, Agosto, and don't expect you playing the autism card to defend you against the inevitable backlash that brings. As far as your presentation goes, I would start editing your videos more than just adding an intro at the beginning, because even if you tend to ramble, you can at least try to fix it by editing unwanted bits out. And if you're unwilling to do that, then I don't know what to tell you. Oh, and I want to make it clear to those watching, I'm fully aware that he's responded to every video on him thus far and is likely to respond to mine, but with how the dude can't even seem to give a valid criticism in his videos, I've got nothing to worry about.